How's it going on YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood ball of chaos, absolute destruction here, and I am bringing you the third week of the Indigo League of Legends, and we are going against Crooked and the coach of the Hub City Houndooms. Now, this is my third or fourth time trying to record this video. I keep on screwing up, the layout was wrong, a whole bunch of just loveliness just happened. But yeah, so this is the third time we're trying to record this video, and we're finally going to get into it now. Let's go over the team real quick that I brought. I brought a defensive guard chump. I brought a defensive tentacruel. I brought a physical attacking Mawile. I brought a physical attacking Choice Scarf Cinchino. Very comes in handy. I brought a special attacking Zeb Striker, and then I just brought a regular Pidgeot. Made sure I brought some hidden power ices on there for like Light Score and a whole bunch of other things. I did not plan for the Umbreon. I completely forgot about that he had the Umbreon. So he brought the Ferrothorn, the Staraptor, the Umbreon, Alakazam, the Light Score, and the Jellicent. So, fun times, fun times. We did make some changes to the team. I'll go over those real quick so you all know. We decided to use all our free agency picks and do a couple trades. We traded Keldeo for Crobat. We traded Zeb Striker for Aggron. So this is the last week you'll see Zeb Striker on the team, unfortunately. And he puts in so much work this week. But unfortunately, we traded him away. Because I thought I was going to be able to get Heliolisk, but apparently he was already drafted. Because someone did not have the correct listing on the other one. On the other, there was two different documents, and it was just fiasco. So I did not know that Zeb Striker was already, that Heliolisk was already picked up. So I traded Zeb Striker for no goddamn reason. But we got Mega Aggron out of it. So, that's useful. We used it for free agency picks. We dropped Girder for Azelf. We dropped Magmar for Oregon 2. We dropped Shiftry for Magneton. And we dropped Mawile for Fraligus. This is the only week we were able to see Mawile. Mawile didn't really put that much work in this week, so it's not that big of an issue. But, yeah. So let's just go into the battle already, because I can finally get this video done. This was a very good battle. Crooked is a very good battler. I was really worried about this battle. I honestly thought I was going to lose. It was going to be a very, very hard battle to go through. But I let off with Garchomp because I was like, he's probably going to leave with Gliscor, and we're probably going to just trade rocks. And if he is Toxic Orb and Poison Heal, he cannot be default. So I can have free rocks up all day, every day, which is nice. And I found out he is. So I don't have to worry about any hazard or nothing. And with Tentacruel with Toxic Spikes, it's going to be glorious. So I decided to switch out and go into my Pidgeot, just because if you want to try to go for an Earthquake, I eat it up because I'm immune to it, so we're good to go. And I have Hidden Power Ice if he decides to stay in. And he does decide to stay in. Unfortunately, he goes for the Protect, just to scout what we're doing. So I'm like, well, crap. So I knew he was going to switch out at this point, but I believe I still went for a Hurricane anyways, or I went for a Hurricane anyways, just to get some damage off on something that comes in. Which does happen. Oh, no, sorry, I go for a Roost just to get HP back. I knew he was going to switch out. And then at this point, I had to switch out because I was not going to want to take an Ice Beam from this thing. Because I know he can get Ice Beam, so I was like, I ain't risking that. So I wanted Tentacruel. And to eat up anything that comes my way. He goes for a Scald. I eat it up beautifully. At this point, I knew he was going to switch out because he can't touch me with anything. I wanted to get a free Toxic Spikes up because, Toxic Spikes are nice. Toxic Spikes are nice. So I do that. And he brings in the Staraptor. I was like, beautiful Staraptor. But I was like, crap. I should have switched out to Garchomp here because I knew I would have it would have been a dead Staraptor. But no, I thought maybe I could live one move from this thing. He goes for Double Edge. Crit. Found out crit did not matter. Even if he went for a Brave Bird, my Tentacruel would have been dead. So I was like, well, crap. But we got at least a lot of his HP gone. I go into Cinchino. I was like, I know I naturally outspeed. If I'm Choice Scarfed, I'm max speed, there's no way he's outspeeding me. So I just go in there, go for a knockoff, and he is Choice Scarfed. So now he knows I am Choice Scarfed because I outsped him. But he goes back into his Firefly, his Gliscor. He tried to go for a Toxic here while I went for a knockoff, just because I knew he had Umbreon in case he wants to Heal Bell. I can at least get rid of his Toxic, his Poison Heal. He tries to go for a Toxic and misses. So I was like, sweet. I decided to switch back out into, I believe, my Pidgeot. Yes, I've switched back into Pidgeot and tried to do something against this thing. He Toxic me, whatever, it's not a big issue. I knew he was probably going to switch out here, but of course he goes for Protect first. I was like, come on, dude. I go for a Hurricane. At this point, I knew he had to switch out, but I wanted to just go for Hurricane, get whatever damage is going to come out, because he knows I have Hidden Power Ice. So he knew he cannot stay in. So he decides to switch out and goes into his Umbreon, his Dark Star. I was like, okay, especially defensive. I'll try to see how much a Hurricane does. Just see how much it does. Since I was going for it anyways. Hurricane did a decent amount. It was about a 3-hit KO. I was happy. And then I found that he gets Confusion, gets Poison, all well and all good. No worries. I decided to go for another Hurricane just to get some damage off on this thing because he was probably going to go for a Wish or something. He gets confused and hits himself in Confusion. I was like, yes, Poison, take him out. Take him out, Poison. You got this, Poison. You got this, Poison. Come on. Come on, Poison. 1 HP. I was like, seriously, dude? So I just decided to go for a Roost. I figured he would just go for a Wish. I completely forgot about Moonlight. But unfortunately for him, fortunately for us, he gets hit Confusion again and Umbreon goes down. Never had to worry about the Umbreon once. But I completely forgot about Moonlight. I talked to him afterwards, and he was trying to go for Moonlight every time he got hit with those Confusions. I was like, welp. So I naturally outspeed a regular Alakazam, so I knew I could just go for a Hurricane. I should have U-turned out, but I don't think a U-turn would have done that much. So I was like, Hurricane, just Hurricane up. I realize now he traced my No Guard, so that any move you want to go for is a guaranteed hit, including Focus Blast, which I found out the hard way because he hits a Focus Blast and takes me out. I was like, well, shit. That sucks. So he's pretty much almost dead at this point. I don't have to worry about the Alakazam much. I go into Cinccino, just like get a quick move off on it, try to take it out. But he does switch it out and tries to preserve it, which I don't know if that was a smart thing to do. But, I mean, he decides to go into Firefly, which is defensive wall, and eats up Tail Slaps for days. So, I mean, I guess at hindsight's 2020, at that point, that was a really good move on his part. So I just went for Tail Slap. For 5 Tail Slaps, being Choice Scarf, not Choice Banded, that did a decent amount. I am not upset by that at all. So let's go for it again. And I believe he Toxics me here. I believe is what he goes for. Yeah, Toxic me, gets Toxic off. He's just trying to Toxic stall me out, which is a real pain in the ass. So I believe he goes for a Protect here just to get more HP back and Toxic stall me out. And then this very next turn, he decides to switch out because he knew that I was Choice Scarf because I outsped his Choice Scarf Staraptor. So he knew I was locked in the Tail Slap. I was like, oh, here we go. Right? And I completely forgot about Jellicent, so I was like, damn it. So he goes into Jellicent. I can't touch it. I was like, fantastic. Now, I had no special defensive wall and Tentacruel anymore, so all I could do is just go into a mon that resists water. Well, this can take it pretty decently, and that was Zebstrika. So I decided to switch out with my Cinccino because I want to keep it around. Being Choice Scarf, I can do a lot of work to this team. So I want to go into Zebstrika, and he goes for a Scald. I was like, okay, I can eat up 1 Scald, maybe 2. They did a decent amount. And I figured I'll just full switch. If he goes into Gliscor, fine, then I'll just go for Hidden Power Ice. But no, he stays in, and he doesn't die. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I switch out, and I believe I go into Pidgeot? No, I go into Garchomp. Because I knew if he had Ice Beam, he'll just use it on me. If he goes for a Scald, did an okay amount. But he is poisoned, so he's not toxic, he's poisoned. So I don't have to, it doesn't rack up, which sort of sucks. Now, I was stupid, and I went for Dragon Tail. I should have gone for some sort of move, because then I probably would have taken him out, but no. I forgot Dragon Tail was not a priority. I was stupid on my part. But I Dragon Tail the Alakazam back in, and it dies to Stealth Rock, so I was like, thank you, Alakazam is gone. So both his physical attacking, his attacking threats are gone. All I have to worry about is walls at this point. So here comes the Firefly, the defensive damn thing. I went for Rock Slide, just hopefully for a flinch, and I get a flinch, so I was like, thank God. And I think I just went for another Rock Slide. No, I think I went for a Dragon Tail, just so I can get some damage off on it and get it out of here. And he went for an Earthquake, did some pretty good damage to me. And here comes the Land Urchin. This thing was a pain in the ass, this battle. That's all I gotta say. But unfortunately, the Toxic does take me out this turn. I was like, God damn it. Because I really wanted to Earthquake this thing because he had no Levitator. He had 1 Flyer left, but he could have stayed in. But I decided to go into Mawile here and go for Fire Fang. I forgot I did have Fire Fang on this thing. It did a lot of damage. I was like, thank you. Even though Iron Barb damage and Rocky Helmet damage, I was like, ow. But he decides to at least seed me. And guess what? I think this thing has Protect as well. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What? Yeah, he does have Protect. Like, what is with this fucking Protects, dude? Now I am Life Orb, so if he decides to switch out, that's all on him. Which I believe he does, and he goes into Jellicent. The Arrogance, the Jellicent. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty good for me that he decides to go into that, because then I can just take it out next turn. I mean, Fire Fang did a decent amount, and the Poison will bring him down. I think he goes for a move to kill me this turn, though, because I think he naturally outspeeds me. I should have gone for Sucker Punch, but I didn't. Yeah, he goes for a Scald, and unfortunately takes me out. And I was like, should have Sucker Punched. I should have Sucker Punched, but I figured he was probably going to switch out, but I should have Sucker Punched. That was my stupidity. I could have taken out this arrogance and been fine. But no, so I just go into Cinchino. I know I handle this thing just fine. Bullet Seed, get rid of it. Bullet Seed pretty much hits everything except for the Ferrothorn. Now it's just Ferrothorn and Gliscor left. And I think it's just Cinchino and Zeb Striker left. So it's a 2v2 battle at this point. It's a really close battle. I was like, my heart was racing like crazy. I was like, no, I cannot lose. I cannot lose. I cannot lose. I cannot lose. Like, I want to be 2-1. I don't want to go negative. I want to be 2-1. I need to do really well here. So I decided to go in Zeb Striker. He goes for an Iron Head. I was like, okay, I eat that up. I resist it. I'm good. He goes for Protect. Sees that I go for Overheat. I was like, okay, if he wants to switch out on the Gliscor, that's fine. Because it's already weak as it is. Ground does not resist fire. It'll do plenty. So he decides to stay in, but I think he realized the point that I outspeed. And at this point, I just go for the Hidden Power Ice. Just to finish this thing off. It's pretty low. Just show him I had Hidden Power Ice just to get rid of it. And it was crit. Didn't matter. And that's a 2-0 victory. Because Zeb Striker lives on 8 after Life Orb damage. I was like, thank you. Thank you, Zeb Striker, for living so I can increase my differential. But that was a great battle. I sorry I talked fast a lot during that. I'm not used to doing post-com, so I'm trying to make sure I keep up with everything. But yeah, Crooked, thank you so much for that battle, dude. I truly, truly enjoyed it. It was definitely a heart racer because you had so many defensive mons. It was annoying. 4 defensive mons on your team that I was like struggling trying to get past. But with that, next week we are going against Connor and what is his team name? The San Francisco Swamperts. So that's going to be fun. It's a very interesting team, and we'll see how it goes. But thank you all for coming out to watch the video. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below for us. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit the dislike. Why not? Go ahead and comment what you all thought about the video. If there's any misplays on either side, whatever. Post your opinions. I'll have the link to Crooked's channel and link below, so definitely go give him hit that subscribe button for him. Let's try to get him some more subscribers over there. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching the video, and with that, I'll see you next time. Deuces.